Good morning, it's Monday. I've come into town for the Lush Showcase. It's where they show all of their up and coming products, and they have kind of talks and music and demos, workshops, all kinds of cool things, but they show all of their upcoming products, like the Halloween and Christmas products will all be there. So I'm kind of excited. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what to expect, so let's go.
3, 2, 1.
So I just got home from the Lush Showcase. I didn't do much talking to you guys in there because it was overwhelming in the best possible way. It was really busy and there was a lot to take in, and I was just focusing on listening to some panels and some chat. Did a workshop, listened to some music, looked at all the new products. I also bought quite a lot of products. I had the best day, so thank you to the Lush PR team for inviting me because it was fantastic. I am exhausted and also hungry, so I'm gonna put my pajamas on and make some dinner. So I'm just sat at my desk staring at this bag of stuff that I got from the Lush Showcase. I did ask on Twitter whether you guys wanted this as a separate video or in this vlog. I was concerned that it might make this vlog a little bit long, but I think people seem to like longer videos these days, so ultimately you voted for it to be in this video, so that's what I'm doing. I need so much coffee today. So, 1 second. Look. Would you like to tell everybody about your feud with the cat that sits outside? She really needs a haircut. She hates having a haircut, but I think it's got to be done this week, Maddie. Would you like to go on your sofa? Would you like that? Would you consider it while I just film a video? Would appreciate it. So I didn't go shopping mad at the Lush Showcase. There were some people that I saw, they had those wheeling trolleys. There were some people that I saw that had like 3 or 4 of those, absolutely full to the brim. I didn't go nuts, but I did treat myself to a few things, so it's definitely worth sharing with you. That's Maddie's sofa. Honestly, nobody else sits on that sofa, only Maddie. It's a very rare occasion if myself and Matt sit on it. I only put that sofa there for Maddie. So the first thing that I got is actually this tote bag. I couldn't resist it. I can't resist anything that says like anything about plants on it. I love a good plant, and I pretty much just eat plants, so it always feels very appropriate. But I just really like this tote bag. They had this whole merch section. It feels weird to say merch about something that isn't for like a TV show or a band, but I guess it's merch. It's merch. So the first 2 things that I bought were actually books. They had an area of the showcase that was a bookshop, and they also had vinyl there and CDs, I believe, and a little listening station. I actually picked up 2 books. The first one is one that I hadn't really heard of, and I've since mentioned this to a few people and they'd all heard of it, so I've obviously been living under some kind of rock. But the other one, the second book, is one that I've been meaning to read for a while, so I was quite excited to see it. And the books were slightly, I think they were discounted by 10 or 20%. So the first book is the one that wasn't really on my radar, and that is Notes on a Nervous Planet by Matt Haig. They're both non-fiction. The premise of this book is about how to live in the present moment, an honest and human guide to coping with the modern world. I feel like I need to start doing book videos again, or at least talking about books more in my vlogs, because I don't know, I have a lot to say on this subject, and maybe I will delve into this book once I've finished it and chat about it. But I am someone that really struggles with notification overload. As someone who works with social media every day, I don't really have the luxury of detoxing on that regular basis, because I do have to have some notifications on. I have clients and I need to, if something happens, I need to be aware of it. And also my immediate family, pretty much all of my immediate family live in another country. The way they're going to reach me is through my phone. That's kind of like my portal to my parents and my work. It's everything really. I used to have a lot of notifications coming through, lots of notifications for Twitter and things like that, and it was just constantly, every time it went off. And I think biologically this is like just something that happens to us biologically, kind of a little alarm bell being like, oh, something's happened, something's wrong, what's going on? And cumulatively over the day, when you have those notifications going off all the time, it can make you really just have a heightened level of background stress. It's not like I'm having a breakdown every time I get a notification, but I just noticed that, you know, I'm holding my shoulders a bit tighter, or I hold a lot of tension in my jaw. And if I've noticed it happen on days when I'm getting lots of notifications or something's going on, I just get more and more tense as a person. It's not something that is difficult to deal with, but it's not the best way for me to be on a daily basis. But yeah, this is not just about technology. I don't think this is just about the modern world. The tagline of the book is, what if the way we live was engineered to make us unhappy, and what if there was something we could do about it? So I'm really interested to read this. I've started it, but obviously I've not read very much because I've only just got it, so I will report back on this. And the second book that I got, which is the one that I was desperate to read, is this one. It's Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Rennie Edo-Lodge. So this was a bestseller. I've heard it talked about on social media, and I'll just read the back of the book to you. Eye-opening, honest, opinionating and pretty kick-ass, a wake-up call to a nation in denial. The book that sparked a national conversation exploring everything from eradicated Black history to the inextricable link between class and race. The essential handbook for anyone who wants to understand race relations in Britain today. So again, I'll try not to chat about this for too long because, oh, I have so many feelings, and I've not started this yet, but I have so many feelings. October is Black History Month, and so I have a little reading list of things that I plan to read. Actually, 2 of the things that I want to read are audiobooks, so I'm going to be listening to 2 audiobooks and reading 2 books, and hopefully more if I can get through more in that month. Obviously I can read them after Black History Month. It's not like you can only read books by Black authors in Black History Month, but I wanted to make a conscious effort to kind of further educate myself during Black History Month. But I personally think that in Britain we are woefully undereducated about race, about our role in history, our not so great role in history potentially. Yeah, I just feel like it's something that at least in my school was not really explored. This might be different now because I'm old, but I know that when I was at school we didn't have to do history or geography to GCSE level. I think that's a problem personally. So that meant that I didn't do any geography or any history past year 9, so past being like, what, 13? I mean, it's bad, it's really bad. I remember learning about the Romanov family, which I found really interesting, but I would have loved to learn about more concrete stuff about key world events that our country has been a part of. For example, World War II. I feel like we didn't really go there like we could have gone there. I mean, honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but my opinion is that all school children in Europe should go on a school trip to the concentration camps. I think that would be useful and maybe a positive influence on young people and a sobering thing for them to go through. I've done things like that as an adult off my own back, but I mean, World War II shaped so many people's lives in this country. You know, my great granddad died in World War II, so my nana's dad, that massively impacted her life, and like probably impacted how she brought my mum up, and how, you know what I mean, like it has these things have a knock-on effect. And I would love to have learned more concrete stuff about that. I mean, I went to a Catholic school, so one of our school trips, for example, was like a pilgrimage. Yeah, a Catholic pilgrimage. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I do wish that I'd had options to do more historical stuff in school, because I think it would have been really useful. Thankfully, I've been interested in it, and it's not like put me off researching things on my own, but I do think it's like there's a lot left out, maybe. Like, for example, colonialism. That was conveniently left out of my education. Social media has been incredible for that, I think. You know, I follow a lot of people who have totally different lives to me, who are different ethnicities, different socio-economic backgrounds to me, different beliefs, but I still feel like I have so much to learn, and I definitely think I will learn a lot from reading this. If you want me to talk more about these books, maybe I will start doing books I've read recently, videos or things like that, or maybe I'll just weave them into my vlogs. My home life is very similar week to week, so it will be interesting to maybe throw in some things like that rather than doing a book favourites or a beauty favourites video. Maybe just like opening up about that in my vlogs, which will make the content of the vlogs different every week, even if my week is the same as the one before, if that makes sense. Anyway, those are the books that I got, and I got the bag. So let's get into the beauty products that I got. The first thing that I picked up is my favourite Lush product, my favourite bath product that they do, and that is the comforter. This smells to me like Vimto. Growing up, I always had hot Vimto in the winter, and it's still something that I drink. Like if I'm having a bad day, hot Vimto. If it's cold, hot Vimto. Period pain, hot Vimto. It's not that I don't like bath bombs, but I'm definitely a bubble bar person because I like bubbles in my bath. So the bubble bars, they give off so many bubbles, even if you just break off a tiny piece and use that. And then, interestingly, the queue was quite long, so they were actually going around to people in the queue and giving out these little bags, and they were all sealed up, and they were passing them through people. So my bag went through like lots of different hands. The reason I'm explaining that is I ended up getting the comforter, which was my favourite. Actually says on this bag who made it. It's iArt Candy, so I'll link the Instagram down below. The girl that was handing these out was actually her friend that handmade them, so they're all made by hand. It's a little charm, you can put it on. I'll probably put this on my keyring, but some people were going to put them on necklaces. But I just thought it was really funny that I'd literally just been talking about the comforter to the lady that was in the queue next to me. There were so many friendly people there. I had so many nice conversations with people and met so many great people there. But I don't really believe in things like that, but I thought it was quite funny that I got my favourite Lush product. The next thing that I picked up was another bubble bar. It's like a Black Cat bubble bar. I'm really terrible at describing scents, so I will spare you watching me agonising over how to describe this, but it's, here I go describing it anyway. It's got like an earthy feel to it, but it's also quite fresh. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it smells nice. But I got these also from the same like merch part of the shop, which I got the bag from. And these are patches. So I'm patch crazy. I love putting patches on t-shirts, so I will buy like plain sweatshirts or plain t-shirts and I'll put them like a little pocket tee. So the first one I got is similar to the bag. It says Plant Life, and this is a green and pink cactus. Couldn't resist that. I picked up this one, which honestly Is that not the cutest little face you've ever seen? Look at it. It's a bath bomb, but I just loved its little expression, so I had to get that. I didn't have to, but I did. I got this one, which I love. Cinnamon rolls, not gender rolls. And then the last one I got is this one that says love, peace, activism. I like those. We love a good patch. So I'm really interested in Lush's packaging free products. I have had the shampoo bars in the past and the conditioner bars, but now that I'm doing the curly girl method, they're not really suitable because they've got sulfates in. But I did spot this. This is a face serum. I think it's called Full of Grace. And I like the idea of this, that you can just kind of rub it on or rub it in between your hands and then put it on your skin. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm hoping that this works out for me because my cleanser is from Lush. That is in packaging, but I love the fact that I can take the pot back to Lush and they'll reuse it. So I'm hopeful that that will work out for me. Another product that I got, which again was packaging free, is this one, one of their moisturisers. So they're shaped like a pot, but you just rub this on your body. I'm not 100% sure what this is, so I picked it up and I thought it was the solid rose argan, but then on my receipt it says charity pot, and I don't know which one it is. Let me know. It doesn't really matter because they're both moisturisers, but I would like to know. I got one of the massage bars. This is Turkish Delight. It smells so good. I really like these. I've only had one or two of these in the past, but I find them so moisturising, and they're really good after the gym if you've been lifting weights to kind of like get things, get rid of knots and tension and muscle soreness. So yeah, I got a skincare item that, okay, I don't know whether this is problematic these days. I think it probably is very problematic. But this was a product that Lush used to make called Sweet Japanese Girl, and I mean, it maybe is a little bit off colour. This is a solid facial cleanser which has some like exfoliating beads in, and I used to really like this a few years ago before they discontinued it. And I also really liked Babyface. I wish they would bring Babyface back because that was my ultimate cleanser, and I thought when I first saw this that it was Babyface, and it was very busy. I picked it up, got home and realised it was Sweet Japanese Girl, which I also did used to like. But yeah, I'm not sure in like today's climate in 2018 if they released this again. I'm not sure how that would go down. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of thought that was Babyface until I got home, and I would love them to bring out another cleanser because they have the Ultra Blend cleanser, but it's not vegan, and I really wish they would bring out like a makeup remover that I can just melt all my makeup off with, that's vegan. Another thing that I got was this knot wrap. So I love how Lush wrap gifts and things in scarves. They used to use vintage scarves, but they make their own scarves now. Maybe they still have vintage ones as well. But I got this because I did an embroidery class, and so I embroidered this. This is my first bit of embroidery. I did my initials, and I also did a heart. Not the best. It's my first attempt, but you know, not bad for a first go, I don't think. And this is actually a Christmas one. It's got like the North Pole on it, and I love how it's Christmas but it's very brightly coloured as well. I feel like you can get away with it when it's not Christmas. It's not red and green and looks totally festive, so I like that. They showed us how to tie them into little drawstring bags as well, which I think is probably what I'm going to do with this, or I'll use it for drying my hair, like scrunching my hair, because I use cotton t-shirts for that. The next thing I got was actually limited edition. There were a few things that you could only get on that day and you would not be able to buy again. There were two bath bombs. One of them was a gold crown and the other one was an Ariana Grande inspired bath bomb. I didn't get either of those because I felt like I would just be buying them because I could only get them that day. They were both super glittery, and I'm not usually one for glittery bath bombs because I have to clean the bath. I think I used to love glittery bath bombs when I lived at home and my mum had to clean the bath, but now that I have to clean the bath, not the biggest fan. But I did pick up one of the exclusive showcase products because it was something that I would like buy anyway at any time, and that is this cleanser. So this is a naked cleanser, and it smells amazing. It's very, very similar to Angels on Bare Skin ingredients wise, which is the cleanser that I use already. That's kind of my daily cleanser. The only difference between this and Angels on Bare Skin is that this has got turmeric in it and maybe some other ingredients, but it's got turmeric in it. So I'm quite excited to try that, but it's one of those things where if I love this, I'll never be able to buy it again. The last two things that I picked up were actually makeup products, and they've got, I mean, these have been out for a little while now, but they've got the slapsticks, which are packaging free foundation. Well, packaging free, you know what I mean. I picked up a foundation and a highlighter. They have the foundation separated into 3 groups. There's the warm, neutral and cool toned, and they've got a good shade range. I got the shade 14N. That's what it looks like. So this bottom bit is like a wax, kind of like a baby bell or something. This bottom bit, and then you can either swipe it onto your face. I'm going to put it away because I feel like I'm going to get it everywhere. But you can either swipe it onto your face, or you can use a brush on it or a sponge on it. So I'm excited to give that a go. It seemed really creamy and it seemed very good coverage. So I'll see what I think about that. And then the highlighter that I got was in the shade Aigrette. I don't know. Again, these are separated into cool, warm and neutral. I got a neutral one, so I got a neutral foundation. I thought I'd go for a neutral highlight. And some of them were really glittery. And I didn't want to buy something that I wouldn't reach for a lot. So I went for this one. The shimmer in it is finely milled, so it is shimmery but not glittery. So I'm really excited by all the things that I got. Yeah, I thought I would just show you. I was just gonna like end this video like it's a haul video and say thanks for watching, but this is part of my vlog, so bye.
So Todd, that was my own issues.
Do you think you would have left Nexium when you did if you were still making the kind of money that you were making when things were going really well?
With the finding out about the...
I'm really excited because today there's 2 episodes of this podcast that I'm listening to have dropped, called Uncover, let me remember, Uncover Escaping Nexium. So I don't know if you've heard about Nexium and DOS. It was like a self-help group, and it was a sort of a cult, and then there was this deeper cult within it. Very fascinating. The like leader, Keith Raniere, has been arrested for like sex trafficking and all kinds of other stuff related to the cult, and Alison Mack, who was in Smallville as well, which is kind of why it hit the news, because there were some celebrities that were involved in it, either victims or perpetrators, and it's really interesting. Hello. Hello. I just got back from the gym. That was hard. Now I'm starving, so I'm going to make some lunch and then I'll take you out, Maddie, if you want to go out. You want to go out?
Middle of the road, it's just a feeling of a distant melody unknown. I was doing fine, I minded my own business till the day you took me home. You came into my life like a sweet embrace, swept me off my feet and made me whole again. You came in my life.
So I just made my lunch and I'm so excited to eat this. I've got sweet potato, paprika, tofu. I just baked those, they don't take long. And then I've got some beetroot, some kale with lemon juice and avocado, half an avocado, like kind of massaged into it, and nutritional yeast, salt and pepper. And I added sesame seeds because I had sesame seeds on top of everything. I love sesame seeds. And the best part, sriracha mayo. I feel better now. I've got a full belly. I'm gonna take Maddie for a little run. Yeah, we went for a walk.
Still minding my own business, never knew the life had just begun. You came into my life like a sweet embrace, swept me off my feet and made me whole again. You came in my life, I wanna see your face. Never will I be the same again.
So my original plan for this afternoon was to film a YouTube video, but things have taken a different turn. That sounded really ominous. It's not ominous at all. One of my clients needs some work doing that I didn't know I would need to do. So I'm going to do that instead, and I'll film the video tomorrow. Got the world's biggest cup of tea to see me through this work. So I went to IKEA yesterday and I bought some plants. Yeah, I need to get some more hanging planters for these, but I'm very excited about them and hoping I don't kill them. I'm going to put this into, I've got a home for this in mind, so I'll show you later, but I love IKEA's plant selection, and I actually need to go back because I bought, well I'll show you, I bought another Billy bookcase for my utility room. I'm going to use it as like storage for my mop and cleaning stuff, like laundry stuff as well. But I need to get the door that goes on the front of it. They were sold out at the IKEA that I went to, and they were also sold out of the cheese plant that I wanted to go into the living room. So I'm gonna go back maybe tomorrow. I got that planter that you can see in the background. I got that from TK Maxx, and I've not put a plant in it yet. Just been trying to get hold of this bloody plant from IKEA. Tried this morning to get through to them to find out when they get the plant deliveries, and nobody answered. I was on hold for like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna try again.
Keep happy, please.
I need to build this. Nah, she's not gonna be much help, I don't think. Hello. Oh my god, it's so dark, and my TV keeps randomly and creepily turning itself on, so I'm just trying to turn it off. It's so dark right now. It's not gone dark, it's just incredibly rainy and miserable. I'm just making a spicy tomato sauce for some pasta. I don't know, this looks really good to me. It might look awful on camera, but I swear, if you add a little bit of cream to like a spicy, it's like a spicy garlic pasta sauce, but I swear if you add a little bit of cream, it just, it's good, really good. Either use this or oat cream. It's so rainy and miserable tonight, and Matt is actually not coming home from work tonight until late, so I decided I'm gonna eat pasta. I'm gonna watch a documentary about a cult or true crime. Those are like kind of my things that I like to do when I'm home alone, is watch documentaries. And I would say drink wine. I've got a bottle of rosé, pale rosé in the fridge, but I think Matt might need me to go and pick him up. So water it is. But yeah, I'm gonna make some pasta. I'm starving. She wants this pasta. I made spicy tomato, no, this is not for you. Spicy tomato pasta bake with chorizo and cheese. Oh yes. Today's Saturday, thankfully. Just washed my bed in, and now we're ready to go for a nice walk because today is cold, but it's really, really clear, it's really bright, and there's no rain at all forecast. And I've got a feeling the weather's going to change pretty soon, so I want to make the most of this, you know, pleasant weather. Maddie's got a little gilet on. This is so cute, it just makes me want to squeeze her. She's like a little sausage. You ready to go?
Something's wrong, I waited up, wounds on my feet. Where will you be? Flickering through memories, the Polaroids yellowed in the sun, longing to be seen. So come and hide with me, hide with me, hide with me. Come and hide with
this field there are about 60 cows with their calves, and it was a bit of a standoff. They're my favourite animals, but they're very strong, and we just need to cut through this field, but we're ending up doing a massive loop. We've come around this wall. But I'm like, please, I'm a vegan. I'm not the enemy. After I filmed that last clip, we ended up pinned against a barbed wire fence in the corner of the field with the whole herd of cows surrounding us for about 15-20 minutes. And it went dark in that time. It was not a good time. I'm very aware of their strength and how protective they are of their calves, and I know people laugh and they might think I'm overreacting, but cows literally do kill people. You can be very, very seriously injured by cows if they feel like they need to protect their calves from you. We live in a countryside place, and you know, we walk a lot. We're used to walking through fields of animals, but cows I'm always wary of when they've got their calves. Clip that I filmed, we were going to stick to the wall. We tried to stick to one side of the wall and there were calves on that side, so we decided to walk to the other side of the field as far away from any of the cows as we possibly could be and just walk along the wall, which I think is like the best thing that you can do. At this point they were just grazing on the other side of the field, and tried to walk along, and as we were walking along they just came charging at us, and whatever direction we kind of tried to move into, they just pinned us in, and in the end we were in this corner, and we were just in a barbed wire corner with all brambles, and there was nothing. It was just barbed wire at this point, so there was nothing to climb. Like, we couldn't have climbed over it. If it was a wall with a bit of barbed wire on, we were just totally stuck. We just kind of stood very still and like just didn't make any noise and just stood there for a while. But we were there for ages. I mean, 15-20 minutes when you just stood still shitting yourself is a long time. I was just thinking, how the hell are we going to get out of here? My phone battery was dying. We could pretty much see out a car. There was a pub and we were trying to get back to that pub, so I actually rang the pub and I was just like, I know this might sound crazy, but we're trying to get down. We are in the field behind your car park and we are like kind of stuck because the cows have pinned us in against the wall. So I was thinking maybe they will have the farmer's number, or like, it was a tiny village, so I'm thinking maybe the farmer would know. We didn't actually know the best way out of this field and it was dark. We didn't know what bit of the field led to the road. So I just thought maybe they would have some idea, and she was like, oh, I'm really busy, I'll call you back. And I'm like, no, don't go. Some of them had backed off. A lot of them were still there, but some of them had backed off and got really bored because obviously we'd just been stood still, and we managed to like we didn't end up going to the pub. We had to like keep walking, and we managed to get out of there. I'm gonna make some dinner and I need a strong gin and tonic.